can't pick up a Lawyer's Weekly or any other publication without reading about change, technology, innovation, AI. And a lot of people wondering, what's this got to do with me? So let's go to the beginning. Change is nothing new. What is new is the rate of change and the direction of change. This is partially enabled by technology, and it's partially enabled, in my view, more by clients and their changing buying behavior. Clients have moved into what's called the buying power phase of the cycle. And the cycle isn't one that goes around, it's permanent. Which means now it's consumer sovereignty. Whether you're large corporate buyers or private individuals as consumers or small business, you now have more power in buying legal services than they've ever had before. This is partially courtesy of the internet and information being available, and partially the result of very intense competition and choice for consumers of all kinds. Whether you're a law firm or a law department, a large firm or a small firm, or whether you're even thinking about this as yourself as an individual lawyer or perhaps a manager in one of these organizations, there's a whole bunch of things to do. First of all, you've got to get to know what's happening. You've got to learn by scanning, by talking, by observing, by reading, and above all, as I'm about to say, by experimenting with and trial. To how do we respond to these trends? Where do we find the opportunities? The whole mantra is about doing things faster and better and cheaper in rendering legal services. So how do I go about that? Well, if you're in a law firm, say, it doesn't matter who you are, the managing partner, the learning development manager, a second-year lawyer, you all have an opportunity to lead in your firm. And you do that by forming a coalition of interested people. It might be a lunchtime discussion group to start with. It might be putting up your hand to join a task force that the firm has set up on innovation. It might be a task force on better client service. Get involved and find passionate, like-minded people who want to be involved. That's the first thing. You need to work with others. You can't do this person alone. You need time to think and reflect, and time to talk, and then time to try as part of a team. The legal services industry in Australia is full of learning groups. For example, the Centre for Legal Innovation in the College of Law. FLIP, an initiative of the Law Society of New South Wales. The Legal Hub recently set up in Melbourne. Discussion groups. Happy lawyers, happy families. They abound. Get involved with one of those groups. Form your own if you want. Just find like-minded people. There may be people, if you're a young mum, who you meet in the playground who are also lawyers. Why don't we get together and have a chat about what's happening, what we can do? Some of the most innovative, adventurous law firms I know are small practices in outer suburbs where they're working in little coalitions. So that's the first thing. Secondly, read and listen. Social media are full of beautiful blogs, podcasts on this. The challenge is, which to choose and follow. And again, like any podcast or any blog or any Twitter feed, you've got to be selective. And you do that by trial and error. What takes your fancy? What resonates with you? What has got practical application for you? What do you find stimulating? Go look, go listen, ask others. The need to not only look introspectively at the legal belly button, so to speak, because there are others. The accounting profession, a sibling profession to law, is, in my view, 10, 15 years ahead. It's been at this longer. Change came earlier into accounting than it's come to law. And the accounting, small firms, large firms, whether they're giants like the Big Four or modest suburban firms, are full of innovation. Outsourcing, offshoring, adoption of technology, teaching their clients, diversifying their service lines, training their young people in client relationship management. All of these are part of the wave of change. So in thinking your way into how you're going to respond to all of this, adopt what's known as Agile. The traditional way is called waterfall. You plan, you do one step at a time sequentially, and you kind of set your long-term goals and then plod towards them. You notice the plod, it's slow. Whereas Agile came out of software development. How do you do things fast and learn? And if it's not working, fail and start again, or fail and go in another direction, called pivoting. So sticking to being agile is the solution here. The world is changing too fast to be a plodder. You need to keep up with the pace. You can lead the pace, and you do that by being agile. In all of this environment of change and disruption, the College of Law has taken a leadership position. The college has introduced a Master of Legal Business suite of programs. These range from single subjects that you can study through to graduate certificates, graduate diplomas, and a full master's at 12 subjects. The first intakes to the full program are beginning in August this year. It's open to in-house and private practice lawyers and managers, whether they be BD managers, digital managers, finance managers, knowledge managers, HR managers of all kinds in legal services. The early signs from the first 4 subjects which we piloted in an agile way this year have been brilliantly exciting. The College of Law until now has been known for training lawyers. Now the college has opened itself to all those other managers that are contributing to legal services who are not lawyers. They're professionals in their own right, whether it be human resources or knowledge or finance. And that's a very exciting mix to see in the classes.